أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to this video, welcome to this channel, and welcome to this series of Java programming language. In this video, we will discuss about the concept of variables. First of all, we will discuss what type of variables, what are the primitive types, what are the by default types are available for defining a variable, for declaring a variable in Java programming language. And then we will see how to create a variable, how to declare a variable. And then we will see how to use a variable in your Java program, how they are used to store values, how to use them to display their values, and how all the things will happen in Java program with the help of variables. And at the end, we will discuss some rules which are used while creating a variable in Java program. Without any delay, let's start. Now, first of all, what is a variable? What is a variable? Variables are container for storing data values. Simple is that there is some container which is used to store values, and that container named as variable. So there are different types of values, so there are different types of containers. Means that there are different types of variables that are used to store their corresponding type of data value. In Java, there are different types of variables. For example, string type of variables, int type of variables, float type of variables, character type of variables, and boolean type of variables. In the first type, that is string, it is used to store text such as hello world within inverted commas. Second one is int, which is used to store integers without decimals such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 789, 786, 1024, such type of values, data values. And the third one is float, which is used to store floating point variables that include floating points, decimal, just like 9.8 or 10.9, just like these type of values, data values. And the fourth type of data type, that is char, which is used to store a character, a single character that is enclosed within single inverted comma. And the fifth data type, that is boolean, which is used to store true or false. Now here you have, till now you have a concept of variables, and there are different types of variables that you know till now. Now come to the next step, how to declare a variable. There is a syntax of declaring a variable in Java. First of all, you have to specify the type of variable, for which type of data that the variable will going to store, and second thing is the name of the variable. This is the syntax how you can declare a variable. To create a variable, you must specify the type of variable and the name of the variable and assign some values to it. The type is any of the Java's data type, that is int or any float or string, etc. And variable is the name of the variable, such as x, a, b, or anything. You can write the name of the variable. And the equal sign, which is used to assign a value, which is used to store a value, that is on the right side to the variable, which is present on the left side of the assignment operator. A variable that stores some text is of type string. Very good. So type string, name of the variable is equal to, and assign some value to it, and by following the hello world or hello to your learning, hello to you from online anwar, and every statement end with semicolon. This is a line which will create a variable of type string, and the name of the variable is var, and a string or sequence of characters, a string is assigned, this text is assigned to the variable var with the help of this assignment operator. This is a simple line which is used to create, that will create a variable named var, and that will store a sequence of characters, a text, a string to the variable of string type. This is how you can create a variable of name var of type string. Now we will create a variable that will store an integer value. simple. You can type the type. You can, first of all, you have to specify the type, data type, then specify the name of the variable, number, num, and equal, which is used to assign the value that will present on the right side to the variable that is presented on the left side of the string of the assignment operator, that is equal to. Type 10. Now we have created a variable of type int that will store the integer value, whole value, to the variable named num. This is how you can create any type of variable, and we will see how to create a float type of variable, float, fnum, floating num, or 10 100.9. This is the line which will create a type of variable float that have a name of fnum and assign a floating point value. And if you want to create a type of boolean, you can create it with this type flag, just any type name you can specify for a variable, and I have stored a value true, or you can store false in it. Just with the help of these lines, you can create a variable and store some values to the variables corresponding to their type. Now we will see the beauty of variables. Variables are such type of entities whose values can be vary from time to time. First of all, when you create a variable integer num, this is a variable of type int, and this is the beauty of variable is that at some time its values is something different, and after some time, after some calculation, or after some steps of instructions, you can change the value of variable. Now means that after doing some tasks, you can store num is equal to 10 plus 20. Now after executing this line, the latest value of variable num will be 30. Means that you can change the value of a variable at any time within its scope. We will discuss what the scope of a variable is. This is the beauty of variables. Means to say, after some lines, after some time, you may say that flag, that's a type of a boolean you want to store and add some value that is true, and on any circumstances you can change the value of the variable according to the situation. This is the beauty of variables, and you will see this beauty of variables in further videos and in further programs, in larger programs. This beauty of variables will help you to create a good program. And the important type which we have skipped till now, that is the type char. That is the type of char, and you can create char type of characters, char type of variables that store the characters, and specify the type, and then specify the name and assign some values to it, and that's how you can specify the value to a variable of type character. Also, you can create a variable, just a variable, and on the next line or any other line you can specify their values. A character is anything that is enclosed within a single inverted commas. This is how you can create a string type of variable, an integer type of variable, a floating type of variable, a boolean type of variable, a char type of variables, and you can assign values to them according to your situation, according to your need. Now come to the next step which we have to understand is how to display the values of the variable on the screen. As you have created the different types of variables, you have creating variables, storing values to variables, and now displaying the variables, the values of of variables. If you want to display the variable of value of var, just type system dot out dot print ln, and in the inverted comma, and in without typing the inverted comma, you can simply type the name of the variable, that is var. Here you can see the type of the variable is string, and anything, just specify the name of the variable in this brackets, and the value of that variable will be displayed on the screen according to the latest stored value, that is hello to you from online anwar. This line will display its latest value that will be stored in var, that is hello to you from online anwar. Now save it, control S, and come to this and type cmd, as you know how to type java c program dot java, and press enter. If there is any error, then it will display. So there is some error. Oh my god, what is error? What is the error? No, just if you are type float, then you first implement type f before the value of the variable. In case of floating type of variables, you just type f. After saving, compile again. Hope it will not going to, sorry, not at the start but at the end of the value of floating point. You have to specify the f at the end of the floating point values. Now save it and execute it again. Now hope this will not give us error. Now type java program and enter. Now in this program we have created a variable var and store some value to it, that is hello to you from online anwar, and in second line variables are created, and this line can also create a variable, this line also create a variable and store some type of data, and this line also create a variable, and on the next line we just store some values to it, and after that we just display a value of variable var, and that variables only store hello to you from online anwar, that is displaying here. Now display the values of other variables also. Control C, Control V. Now type the name of the variable num fnum flag char, and just there, and store it, and again compile the program. Oh, char, not char, or just ch. Do not specify the data, just specify the name of the variable. Now again compile it, and oh, you have, I do not save it. It takes time to yes. Now we have created a variable of type string var, a variable that stores 10, and a variable floating point variable that stores 100.9, and another variable that is flagged, and it stores flagged, and it stores false, and after the created variable type character that store 1, and after some time I decide to make some action and store some value, different value 10 plus 20, and that stores now the num variable override the previous value that was 10 with overwritten value, new value that is 20. 10 plus 20. After evaluation of this 10 plus 20, the num variable stores now 30. And after that, I override the previous value of flag that was false, and now I have stored a new value that is true. Now after this, I just print the values of variables by placing the variable name in the brackets of system.out.println statement, and that's displaying all the values of variables, var value, and this is the value of num, that's our latest value 10 plus 20, and the f num variable for 100.9, and the flag variable that stores true, and the char variable that stores 1. And in this way you can create variables and store some values to them, and then you can display their values on the screen as you want. To combine both text and the value of a variable, you can also do this. Means to say that you want to display the value of first integer, the value of variable named num is equal to 10, 20, 30, just like this type of messages you want to display on the screen. You can also do this. Let's take a look. So you can write here, I am going to remove these lines so that they are not going to confuse you. So just write within inverted commas the value of variable named, the value of num is plus num. Save it and now just have a look on it. So the value of num is 30. Means to say that this example shows you how to combine the text and the value of a variable. The text, the string, also the anything you write within the inverted commas, that will be displayed as it is on the screen, but the value of a variable will be replaced if you type the variable name just like that. Okay, hope you understand it. How to display the value of a variable, you have learned it. And the next thing which you have learned it, how to display the value of variable with some strings, with some sequence of characters. And there is a case if you want to create multiple values of same type, then you have to do just like this: int num1, int num2, int num3, int num4, and so on. No, this is not good practice to write to declare a variable in a single line. Just if you want to create multiple variables of same type, you can just write that num n1 comma and num2 comma num3, and so on. How many variables you are going to create of type int, you can create in a single line, and at the end you can place a semicolon, and in this way you can declare or define multiple variables of same type. Now the last step in this video we have to discuss is which rules you have to keep in your mind while creating and writing the name of the variable. All Java variables must be identified with a unique name. Means to say that different types of variables cannot have same variable name, and the name of the variables, unique names of variables, also called identifiers. And the identifiers means variable names can be short name, or just like x, y, x and y, a or b. These type of variables can also be exist, in your program, Java program, and the descriptive names are just like that, a flag or var variable, var, and just like this type of variables, descriptive variables can also be used for naming a variable. It is recommended to use descriptive names because it will help you to understand and maintain the code after some period of time. There are general rules that you have to keep in your mind while naming a variable. First of all is name of a variable can only consist letters, digits, underscore, and dollar sign only. And the second rule is names of variables can only start with a letter. And the third one important point which you have to keep in your mind while creating a variable is that the name of the variable should start with a small letter, and it cannot contain any white space. Name of variables can also start with underscore or dollar sign, but it is not recommended to create such type of variables that start whose names start with underscore or dollar sign. And names are case sensitive. If you write var and capital VAR, both are treated as different. So Java is a case sensitive language and variables are also case sensitive. And the important one is that reserved words of Java programming language cannot be used as a variable name in your Java program. This is very important. Just like int, you have seen that int is a reserved word for integer, for declaring a variable of int type. So you cannot create any variable with name int. So keep in your mind that reserved words are reserved for their purpose and they cannot be used as a variable name. And that's it for this lecture. In this video you have learned how to create a variable, how many types of variables, how many data types that are presented in Java, and how to print the variable value on the screen, and the rules you have listened, and keep these rules in your mind while creating any Java program. That's it for this lecture. If you have any query, tell me in the comment section. I will try my best to answer your questions. Subscribe this channel and like this video, and goodbye till next video. Thanks you.